Blockchain brunch, blockchain brunch, blockchain brunch, blockchain brunch. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Super excited to be here, as always, on a Wednesday. Let us get into it. So, welcome to Blockchain Brunch, where the alpha is fresh, the coffee is strong, and the hiring tea is hot. I'm Emily, the crypto recruiter, and every week we dive into what's happening in the Web3 market, the trends, the talent, and the truth behind who's actually hiring. So we got a lot to get into today. Why don't we start with our open jobs? We are doing resume audits, resume roasting, LinkedIn profile reviews. Our goal is to set you up for success in your job hunt. And if we can help you find a job, amazing. If we can help you find a job yourself, amazing. Goal accomplished. So that's what we got going on. Good news. We just filled a director of operations this morning for a trading firm. That's super spicy. Very excited about that. But what we've got left open, I mean, we've just been, these roles, man, they're going fast. So I've got a head of investor relations, a head of product. I've got an account executive, a security account executive. I have a staff backend engineer, a Chrome extension developer, a data analyst for crypto compliance, a junior Solana developer. That one's really exciting. We don't get a lot of junior opportunities, so I'm excited to be able to help some junior talent here. I also have a back-end engineer, and that's what I got open right now. We're a little light on jobs because we just filled a couple. I think the challenge in recruiting is that, it's cycle. So it's recruit, and then BD, recruit, BD. So we're kind of in that cycle right now where we filled about, how many was it like this month? What is it? The 23rd. Let me tell you exactly how many jobs we filled this month. Uno momento. Bum, 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 bum. So we filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs this month. That's incredible. I need to keep better track of this. So we're a little light on recs, but we're actively taking on new. So we've got about 3 client calls set up this week. I'm very excited to bring those opportunities to you. But anyway, I'm going to pop open the comments. Let me do that right meow so I can see you guys. If you have a question, hold on, it's going to make a noise. Okay, we're back. Hello. So Matthew, interested in opportunities? Fabulous. Which ones? And Nicholas, do you fill jobs in the UK? Sometimes. Sometimes we fill jobs in the UK. The problem is, and I'm always going to be transparent with you, UK firms often charge 10% as a fee. Unfortunately, we're not a small recruiting firm. We are one of the first crypto recruiting firms in existence. So I can't match UK recruiters' terms. I don't know how they're doing it for 10%. I really don't. So we don't do a lot of business in the UK because we just can't match other service providers. So we mainly play in the US, North America, and Canada. That's the same thing, winning. And then we do a little bit of work in APAC, but just a little bit because that time zone is so challenging from Chicago to Hong Kong. It's like a 13-hour time difference, and your girl needs to sleep occasionally, just once in a while. I'll take it when I can get it. I'm doing really well, Nick. It's nice to see you. So glad that the live came up. We've got 100 people that signed up for the event, which I just love the constant support of you guys. It just makes me feel so great to know that we're bringing value and we're making an impact. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, besides roasting resumes, so if you are in need of help with your resume or LinkedIn profile, please leave a comment, send me a telegram, and let's get that done for you. But I want to talk about interview prep. So interview prep, I think, is one of the most critical things when going into an interview. You don't want to come in and not be familiar with the hiring manager, not be familiar with the job or the company. Companies want to hire people that want to work at their company. So I think it's important that you show that interest, you show that knowledge, you show that passion, right? Because passion pushes us forward. So I have a interview prep document that I've been working on for the last 10 years. Wow, I can't believe it's been 10 years. But anyway, here's kind of to summarize it. So for the interview prep, you want to be spending about 15 to 30 minutes researching the company, right? Where were they founded? Where were they funded? What do they do? Summarize their core products and services or mission into 1 to 2 sentences. You can speak on that. Recent news, check for press releases, blog updates, funding announcements, product launches, or leadership changes in the last 6 months. There is a really cool tool. They need to sponsor us. Root Data, big fan of Root Data. This will tell you all the people moving in the space. So it tells you who joined a company and who left a company. That would be important to look at. But you want to look at their socials for tone, company culture, or thought leadership content, right? Now, what's cool, and I just saw this today, so I edited my document. And I didn't even think about this. I'm going to edit this even more, but you can use AI prompts to get to know your interview better. So you can type into ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, list all articles, blogs, and videos online where interviewer's name was speaking, writing, or contributor to the content. And if there's, sometimes this comes up with like a million things. So if there's too much to decide from, ask it for the 3 most recent. That's still going to set you up for success. And another one is summarize the interviewer's accomplishments as an interviewer's title of company, right? So you really want to dive into them. People love to talk about themselves. So when you talk about someone and you talk about themselves, like, you're golden. Before the interview, and this is something that a lot of people forget, sign on 5 minutes early. You want to make sure that you've got a stable internet connection, that your mic works, your camera works, but have a backup device. Just in case your computer dies, your iPad dies, have a backup device so you can just quickly sign back in. Nicholas, yes, we do remote roles. 99% of our roles are remote. I love companies that hire in a decentralized manner. When you hire globally, there is always someone online pushing to company goals. I think that's critical. Sylvain, hello, welcome. All right, back to interview prep, guys. So sign in 5 minutes early. Make sure you have a backup device. Make sure it's fully charged. Now, here's the thing. You want to dress based off the vibe that you're seeing online, right? Look at company offsites. Look at pictures that they've posted, right? Does it make sense to dress more business casual, or should we be in a t-shirt? 2 options, right? If you're interviewing for a very degen focused company, you might not want to wear a suit, right? Whereas if you're interviewing for a financial institution, definitely going to want to wear a collared long sleeve shirt. So dress appropriately based off what you see on social media, and then remove anything unsightly in the background. This is a big one. So just take a second, do a quick turn. Is there anything there? I know I've got like a giant skull up there, but that's here nor there. But we had a hiring manager reach back out to us after an interview. Interview went really well, but there was a very specific item in the back of their interviewer or their interview background, and it sent the wrong signal. So make sure your background is clear and clean. During the interview, you want to speak clearly and show enthusiasm, right? Smile often, be confident. At the end, it's important to thank them, right? Thank them for their time, but let them know you're interested in the role and ask for next steps, right? Incorporate the job description and responsibilities into your responses and what you're seeking in a team. So I really want to be a part of a team that, insert words in the job description, that allows me to insert job description words, and you'll be cooking with gas. So some of the other things is you want to have several examples and stories ready that showcase your strengths and professional growth. And if you've had any short stints or contract assignments, just be prepared to justify those with good reasoning. So a couple things not to do. Never lie. Don't lie on your resume or your professional background, especially when working with a recruiter. We've already given them all the inside info based off our conversations. If you're not working with a recruiter, I think it's just crypto is such a small world. Fact checking is a thing. Back channeling is a thing. So make sure that you're being truthful and honest. I think that's critical. And then after the interview, you got to send a thank you note, but it can't just be a, hey, thank you so much for your time. It was great to meet you. That's it, right? You want it to be something memorable. You want it to be something that they're going to read it and remember, oh my God, yes, Sylvain and I had a great interview, and I love that we built rapport over X, Y, and Z topic. So just make sure that your thank you notes are not, they're strategic. They're not just a thank you note. They're a way for the hiring manager to remember you. So can you send a thank you note same day? Absolutely. I personally would send it the day after. It gives them some time to think. And then it's like, oh, yes, I remember this interview. So half the battle is being memorable, guys. Hope that is helpful. Now, Markello, can you blur a background? Absolutely, you can blur a background. I think that's totally fine. You could also have an AI background that comes with Zoom. So yeah, I think that's absolutely appropriate. Just make sure there's no like paraphernalia in the background. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you do on your personal time. Hiring managers don't care what you do on your personal time, but just be smart about it. Would anybody, just in the comments really quickly so we can prepare, anybody interested in having their resume reviewed or their LinkedIn profile audited? We want to set you up for success here, guys. I know I say that a lot, but it's genuine. If I can help you find a job, I want you to be able to do that for yourself. I think LinkedIn is like, everybody's been pooping on LinkedIn recently about how they can't find jobs on LinkedIn or they've never found a job on LinkedIn. And I will challenge that. Because I myself have found a job on LinkedIn. We post jobs and we've made a couple placements based off candidates that have applied on LinkedIn. And what's cool about us is because we have such a big network, we have such a big reach. When I post a job, I get like 1,000 applicants. But when my clients post the job themselves, they may only get like 20 to 30. So, I also made a post about this recently where it was like, AI doesn't belong in recruitment. I still believe that. I get it. AI is the future. We're doing all that stuff, but like, I just think it needs to be a humanized experience. So finding a job is a human experience. We all go through it, right? You've gone through it. I've gone through it. It is difficult. Hey, Trevor, it is difficult. It is painful. It makes you feel bad about yourself. And where was I even going with this? This is where my day is at. Don't you just love that about me, Trevor? Where like I've got such an important thing to say and then it just goes right out of my mind.
That's because you have so many important things to say.
Oh, you're so sweet. I do have a lot of important things to say. Torsten's here.
Look at our friend Torsten's here. Torsten had a fun experience recently.
Yes, with the fake recruiter that claimed they worked for us. So
for 3 years, they were crushing it. I never met him. You never met him, but apparently they were.
No idea who that is.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, so Torsten got reached out to by a recruiter that said they were working for us. Previously, they were not. So if anybody ever reaches out to you that is a previous crypto recruiter, feel free to DM me and say, hey, BT Dubs, does this person work for you? I am happy to answer, but it was interesting. So we had 80 fake profiles attached to our page, and I have been begging LinkedIn for how long, Trevor? How many years?
4
years. I've been begging them, our account manager, the accounting people, just like anybody I could get a hold of, begging them to remove these 80 profiles for 2 reasons. 1, not cool. 3 reasons, not cool. 2, it's, companies are coming to our page and thinking we're completely outsourcing all of our recruiting. And 3, people were getting scammed. So I had to reach out to LinkedIn's executive team. And I was like, hey guys, we've been reaching out for 4 years about this challenge and nothing's happening. It's unfortunate that LinkedIn isn't protecting its users. So I reached out to the general counsel of LinkedIn. He ran that bad boy up the flagpole. We had those 80 profiles removed in 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes. It sucks that you've got to go up the flagpole like that, but like, we got to get it done. So that's something that, like, just like a quick brag, it's so cool that I'm in a position where people get back to me. You know what I mean? Like, we've built enough of a reputation. We've posted enough content. We've brought enough value that people actually get back to us. And that's a huge selling point for our clients. Whereas a candidate may not get back to them, they're going to get back to us, which is really cool to have that access to people. Just quick little something I'm really proud of. Trevor, okay, so we've got a couple questions.
We got some comments too. I see a lot of people shooting their shots, right? So maybe we can talk about a better way to do that, right? People usually come into chats, sessions like this, AMAs, whatever the case, and that's the first step. Great, you're here. But mentioning that you're just looking for a job in crypto, that's what literally I think 100 million people are saying. So we have to literally do this a little bit better. I think that, if you're going to shoot your shot in a open public setting like this, instead of just coming and saying that you're looking for a position, try to drop a little bit about like what have you done that would make someone attracted to your profile or want to learn more about your background, and more specifically, what have you done in crypto, blockchain, and Web3? I don't care if you just started watching YouTube videos and you read one page of the Bitcoin white paper, or you traded on Solana. Anything. Mention something that you've done in the industry, because that's how you're going to stand out. The messages about like, I'm just looking for a job in XYZ, those just get lost. And unfortunately, it's just adding more work, especially for recruiters or hiring managers. They're not going to take the time to go and then click on your profile, look into your GitHub, like make it really easy. So state what you're good at, state what you're potentially good at, or even what you're interested in, more so than just, shooting a shot with the job. So that's just, I'm not calling anyone out here, but that's just something that anyone should generally be using in your practice. So let's go back to that other question that you were bringing up, Em. Someone had a question you had mentioned before.
Yes, Fred. What advice would you give someone who's been applying for months with no luck? Well, my first advice would be update your LinkedIn profile picture. I love the anime, big fan, but people are hiring humans and they want to see who you are. So if you're looking for a job, I would put your face out there. There are some companies that are willing to hire people that, don't share their names, which is totally fine. But most companies want to grow their team with humans. So let's show that you are a human. I think that would be a good starting point. Fred, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a look at your LinkedIn profile to see where else you might be having challenges. Uno momento. Where did this even go? Hold on, I've got to pop open. Interesting. So not all the comments are being shown. Oh, you know what? He might be on Twitter. He is. That's a Twitter comment. Fred, if you want to pop over to LinkedIn and then I can look at your profile and give you some direction. I thought that was a LinkedIn profile. My apologies. But this is a great LinkedIn user, and this person's name is actually Matthew. Matthew is looking for management jobs in IT infrastructure with the crypto blockchain payment industry. Let's connect. I would love to have my LinkedIn profile reviewed. That we can do. But this is a great opportunity, just like Trevor was talking about, to shill yourself, right? We've got 100 people signed up. 100 people got notifications about this live event. So shill yourself. Talk about who you are. You never know who's watching.
And these comments also too, it shows after like the live event. So like it's going to be there. So if people are continuously coming, maybe a hiring manager might look and say, I've never heard of blockchain brunch. And these people sound really knowledgeable because they've been crushing it in the industry for over 5 years. I want to go look at this. I wasn't able to look at it live, but let me look at the comments. this guy, so-and-so LinkedIn users mentioning that they're looking for a management position, and I'm actually hiring for a management position. I need someone with 5 years of experience. Oh, this person said they have 5 years of experience. Oh, this person actually left their contact information or their Twitter handle or a link to their GitHub account so I can actually do some more due diligence. I actually want to go reach out to that person. That's how you do it, guys.
Got to think about it all across the board. So Zachariah, I'm so sorry for mispronouncing your name. Looking for a remote position in the crypto industry, preferably in compliance and operations. I would love to see another comment for you, kind of with the guidance that we're giving you. LinkedIn user, is this Matthew again? I love this. Okay. Matthew, how do I connect directly with either of you? You can send us a connection request. We can take a look at your LinkedIn profile live. If you'd prefer a private consultation, we can definitely do that. You know what I'm going to do, Trevor? I'm going to turn on comments on the stage.
Oh, look at that. Boom. Nice.
Boom. So Nicholas, that'll work when someone leaves a new comment. Hi, I'm Nicholas. I got to adjust my video. Hello. Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm currently aiming for a career change with experience in the IT and banking sector. I've recently undertaken Web3 and certified Bitcoin professional certifications through C4. Has near completion of an entire enterprise blockchain professional certification. I'm interested in CPD in the sector. Make me and my CV more relevant in the sector. Absolutely, something we can help with. So if you would like, I really got to adjust the camera angle. If you would like us to go over your LinkedIn, Nicholas, just say the word. We'll go over your LinkedIn. If you guys are interested in having your resume audited, you can DM me on Telegram at the Crypto Recruiter original. I know, always be branding. And we can go over that, but make sure your resume doesn't have your contact information on it, at least not your phone number. Because this is live, it is recorded. I don't want, the interwebs to have all your contact information.
And even if we're not even reviewing your profile, I mean, like banking, right? I mean, getting into banking and crypto. I just posted something. I think there was a Visa's hiring, MasterCard's hiring. I know of tons of different small banks that are hiring, regional banks are hiring, JP Morgan's hiring, Fidelity's hiring. I mean, every bank in the world is going to need people that have blockchain, Web3, and crypto experience. So if I were you, I would be going and connecting with any decision maker, like not only the recruiters as well too, right? If you're into compliance, go and meet the people in the compliance team. Maybe you want to have a conversation with them to see like what they have going on. I'm sure there has to be some kind of a similarity or transferable skills from traditional banking that can still apply to neo banking or crypto blockchain banking. So, shoot your shot, connect with the people that are doing what you aspire to do, and to see if there's any commonality in their background and your background. Is that transferable? Then you're going to know how to better like pitch yourself and market yourself when you reach out, opposing to just blindly applying to jobs. So, I mean, I would definitely connect with people first and foremost. You have to think about this, guys, right? Like, if you want to be an actor, a lot of people move to LA, right? Because there are a bunch of other actors there. If you want to play sports, you might like go to a park and hang around in a gym where other people are playing that sport, right? If you want to become a chef, you might want to go out and like start off as like a busser or someone that's maybe like hosting and work in like a small restaurant locally and then work your way up. So you have to continuously be putting yourself around people and in the same rooms of the people that you want to be in. And when you're trying to network, I think that it's a really missed opportunity that a lot of people don't take advantage of. It's just literally connecting with the people that you can see yourself working in. Like if you are trying to get in a company, then start to make connections with people that are going to be potentially on the team that you're working with. And it would be even better if you were to then like or show value or repost their comments or provide some kind of a value, so that those people can start to see you as someone that's valuable and also knowledgeable about the industry. And that can be a much easier transition for like an intro conversation. And once you get the intro conversation, like you're in the door, that's your goal, is to have that intro conversation, 5-10 minutes of someone's time, chat with them, see if there's anything that you have in common, and kind of take it from there. But you have to start building small, and consistency is the name of the game. And then also too, right? Like if you're in banking, if you want to get into crypto blockchain banking, you need to be connecting with the minimum of 100 people a week. And that's just what the maximum that will LinkedIn will allow you to do. That doesn't mention anything about the numerous people that you can connect with on Discord. You can connect with people on Telegram. You can connect with people on X. You can connect with people um, on Farcaster. There's so many different options. So like literally, guys, the minimum is 100 per week, and that's just on LinkedIn. But I would, if I was really looking, if I was in your situation, I would be trying to connect with 200, 300 people a week minimum.
Let's just pretend I didn't spill coffee all over myself while you were doing that, but that was great
I
alpha,
didn't see. I
Trevor.
didn't see anything. It didn't
Oh yeah,
happen.
it was a problem. Okay, so let's talk about a couple. Nicholas, no worries on the typos. Story of my life. Torsten, I just want to always thank you for coming. It's always great to see you here, and thank you for
And
interacting.
Torsten, he hit me up. He's like, I got some meetings before and after, but I'm still going to try to drop in. That's the kind of consistency. That's the kind of dedication that you need to put to this. Every single person, if you've come here one time, you should be here every single week until you get a job.
Every week?
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, seriously, you should be here every single week. And as this community gets bigger and bigger, this isn't just about me and Emily, right? This is about your community. This is about you being able to meet someone that can connect you to someone else, that can connect you to another person. It's like 1 degree of separation in our industry. It's very, very tight for the people that have been here for several years. So when you get that opportunity, don't waste that opportunity. And as I mentioned before, right, this should be a springboard for you to therefore, yes, build this community, cherish it, treat it as your own. But then after this as well too, right, start to find maybe even small groups that you can form yourself. There might be people in here that are also interested in banking. There might be people that are interested in compliance. Start a compliance group. Find other people that have small compliance groups. So then that small group becomes a bigger group, and then that group becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you're reaching out and applying to jobs, like you may not know, like someone in your group, you're all applying to compliance jobs. Hey, you get a response from a recruiter, that person doesn't. Well, if you build a good rapport with the recruiter that responded to you, then now you're on their good side. And then recruiters love awesome referrals. Then refer that person, make that recruiter love you anymore. Now you just helped out the person that's not getting a response. They'll get a response, do the same thing. So don't try to recreate the wheel. Just like think about it smart, and think about like, if you were in that person's shoes, especially if you're trying to connect with them and build a relationship, the golden rule, do unto others as you would want done unto you.
I'm so grateful that you work here, Trevor, because like I could not do these lives without you, and you make them so much more enjoyable and bring so much value to our community. Thank you so much. Coming up on 4 years now.
4. I was gonna say 5. Yeah.
Maybe
It is 4.
5.
No, it's 4.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
it might be 5. I don't know. It's been a long time. But it's been a hell of a ride. It's been fun, man. And we are rocking and rolling. We've been putting a lot of work into this, and it's finally starting to pay off. And we're growing here. We're bringing on amazing clients, and we're just continuing to do things like this to provide more value for our community. Because without our community, we wouldn't be here, right? Without candidates, we would not be able to make any placements. And without great relationships, we wouldn't have any clients. And without clients, we wouldn't have any money. And without any money, we wouldn't be in business, right? So there's a reason that we've been here for over 5 years. And there's a reason why people continuously come back and, want to work with us, and why we want to work with great people. So let's keep it going, guys.
I love it. So Paul helps university students transition into Web3 and would appreciate remote internship for them, even if it's unpaid. I got you. My client in the RWA space is hiring 3 interns. So if you want to DM me, like, let's get them in. I would love to help there.
Yeah.
Nicholas, just applied to MasterCard, but I think I'm low in the pecking order. Should I aim for starter roles? Let's look at Nicholas's LinkedIn profile, and I will tell you right now. Client services, fintech, supply chain, payments, blockchain. 11 connections. That's a tough one that you only have 11 connections, especially being a sales executive in, well, I guess that was 10 years ago. Personal assistant, CMS distribution. So yeah, I think the challenge is these companies, MasterCard, Fidelity, they kind of get the pick of the litter, but also you'd be walking into a lot of red tape, just so you know. There's a lot of people that want to leave those companies because things move so slowly and they're not making the impact that they really want. So one of the suggestions I would have for you is your tagline: client services, fintech, supply chain, payments, blockchain. You want the people to see what you want them to see. So when you send someone a connection request, all you see is your picture, your name, your tagline, right? But not even the full tagline, which drives me nuts. You only see the beginning. So switch those words up: client services, blockchain, fintech, payments, supply chain. I do think it would be tough for us to get into MasterCard with only 10 connections, an AI photo, not a background image. Whoops. Hold on. Wow. So I would encourage you update those things, and that will give you a little more traction. But as of right now, in my opinion, I would flag you as a fake profile. I'm not trying to be rude, but I definitely think we need to make some improvements there. So hope that helps. Torsten again. The recruiter who approached me yesterday just sounded too good. There was something fishy about him and the job. Glad I dropped you a DM first, Emily and Trevor. You are not the only one to ask us about who is on our team. We get this all the time. All the time. So really, guys, don't be a stranger. Amen. How to find a remote job with no work experience. Well, my friend, there's an internship that I just mentioned. That would be a great foot in the door.
Hackathons, hackathons, hackathons.
Oh,
Everyone's
yes.
got hackathons. They can be in person, they can be remote. Hackathons are great. Events as well too, right? There's all crypto events all around the world. Alexandra, she's amazing. She has a company called Thrilled. So she does a ton of different events around the world, connecting with like all these different crypto events. A lot of these events, they're looking for like experiential people, or like I've seen people when we were at Consensus that were just like helping doing security. Like, yeah, I know it's security, but like still, you got to get in somehow, right? Like it may seem like it's not a big deal, but like I think it would be kind of cool to say I worked as a security guard at Consensus. It would be a really nice icebreaker if you were trying to like if you were doing social media or like anything random. Like it's just something different that you can mention that you were still involved with a major event, right? So like volunteering for events, volunteering to help other big people that are on social media with their content. Like a lot of these like crypto centric like streamers and things like that, there are some of them that honestly actually do put out really good educational content that have pretty good followings. This would be a great opportunity for you to reach out to them and be like, hey, do you need any help with like organizing your content? Or like I do research on projects, or I'm really interested in DPIN, I'm really interested in DSci, I've been doing XYZ, I know about this. Is there any way I can volunteer? Like there are so many different ways that you can get involved in this. Speaking of research, right, there's opportunities where you can come on board as like an unpaid researcher. A lot of these companies, they're looking for alpha. VCs are another opportunity. Family offices are another opportunity. There are organizations like Stand with Crypto. There are lobbyist organizations. There are government organizations that are dealing with crypto. There's the Boston Blockchain Association. I'm on the board of directors there. There are opportunities to connect with them, to volunteer there. Like there's so much more opportunities for people to get involved in crypto and blockchain and Web3 than just like saying like I'm technical, or I did XYZ, or I'm doing this. Like you have to like do more, and you have to kind of think about, in Web2, whatever role that's in Web 2, there will be a role like that in Web 3. Anything that is possible in Web 2, you can do the same thing in Web 3. A lot of people have gotten jobs that before I was working in this industry, they were volunteers, they were interns, they approached a company and said, I'm willing to do something for free because I love your project that much. And that 1 week of free turned into them getting a part-time assignment. That part-time assignment turned to a contract. That contract turned into a full-time role. And like some of these people today are like directors and they're hiring managers of themselves. But it started with them like taking a shot and not being really kind of like passive. I think that most people that are in the job search, they're passive and they just kind of like they send a resume in, they apply for a couple of jobs and like the simple like LinkedIn easy apply, and then they just sit there and they twiddle their fingers for a week, and then they say that people ghosted them, but they never followed up, and then like they do it again a week later, and then they expect like this miraculous miracle to happen and to get hired in the space. But you need to be you need to be applying, and this isn't necessarily just me applying the job, but you need to be doing like at least 200 to 300 job related activities. 100 of those could be applying to jobs. 100 of those could be sending out messages to people that are recruiters on LinkedIn. 100 of those could be connecting with the exact same person that has the title of the job that you want for every single crypto company that you think is interesting. If you have a hard time finding which crypto companies are interesting, literally just follow me and Emily and me. We talk about awesome companies all the time. If you really want to find people that are interesting to follow, watch my podcast. I've done 84 episodes. I interview really, really interesting people, and trust me, I don't waste my time. So like that's a great opportunity for you guys to be able to get in the good graces of them. And then also watch those podcasts, see something about what they were talking about that was interesting, because I usually ask questions that aren't like, it's not like public information. So you can go and share a really unique point about something that you learned that most people aren't going to have, because most people, they just don't know about it. So put yourself in the best situation for success and to win.
Fair play. Fair play. Fred has joined us. Fred from Twitter, whose name is actually David. Hello, David.
What up, Damon?
Okay, so we've got a couple things here. First time here, I will come on the regular. We will see you next Wednesday. Raymond,
tell a friend.
It was interesting. You said something where it was like, we don't do this just to do this for Trevor and Emily. Like, guys, we don't have time. Like, I do not have time for blockchain brunch. We are figuring it out as we go.
This is a passion this is with love. And M's gone, but she will be back. This is definitely coming from love for sure. So as M does come back, she's coming back, folks. Don't worry. She's not gone. She's back.
My bad. I pressed the wrong button.
No, it's all good. I was just saying, this is definitely coming from a place of love. We really do. We're not just saying that, to be all cheesy and corny. Like, we love our community. We love, also too, seeing people that start out in these sessions, and like, we love to hear them get jobs. We love to see that. We love to see them to be able to then go and teach other people. I had a conversation with someone that I first started chatting with maybe 2 years ago. And he had mentioned, I'm not going to like name any name, but he mentioned, he's like, Trevor, I remember that, after I went to a blockchain brunch session, we had a follow-up call, and then you helped me like review my resume and gave me some really helpful tips. He's like, I then went after that, and a bunch of my friends were asking, like, how do I get a job in crypto? So then I started setting up meetings with them and sharing your advice. And they started getting interviews, and like they started getting more traction and getting connections. And he's like, some of them actually got jobs. And like, I was just like, dude, that's amazing. I don't need a thank you. I don't need like money. I don't need compensation. Like, just do better. We're teaching you how to get fish. Other companies and other agencies, they'll give you a fish, and then you'll be back next week asking again for another fish. The week after that, you'll be back again for another fish. We teach you how to fish. And we not only teach you how to fish, we teach you how to get the biggest, juiciest, fattest fish out there. We teach you how to fish different kind of fish. We teach you how to fish in cold water. We teach you how to fish in warm water. We teach you how to do all the fishing that's possibly able to be done in fishing. So like, guys, please, we're not doing this for us. Do it for you. And challenge yourself like every single day. Like after these sessions, you should be like writing down notes. You should apply something every single day. Try to do one thing. The next day, try to do two things. The third day, try to do three things. It's not about like all what you do in one day. It's like the combination of all of your efforts that really compound and start to like really take off. So I know I know it's frightening. I know it's scary. I know it might seem overwhelming, but I trust you. Trust me, the more challenging that you push yourself, the more it's going to pay off.
Absolutely. I mean, the more you work, the more you're going to get out of it, right? The more you work towards getting a crypto job, the faster it's going to go. Trevor, great feedback. Since I logged out, all of the comments are gone for me. So hold on one
Oh
second
no!
while
Can you see the new comments though?
I can, but I can't access them to bring them on stage. I don't even know how I pressed that button. Um okay, hold on guys. Let's see here.
I can bring up a couple.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind bringing up a couple, that would be great. I don't know why it's not working for
Okay,
moi.
let's see. Noted. Someone's got noted. All the community leads have come from Discord.
Got Bryce.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
Yeah. So Bryce, so he mentioned a really great comment, right? All of my community leads have come from Discord community members. Yes, yes, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Like join these groups. Community in this industry, for anyone that doesn't know, all right? Community in blockchain, crypto, and Web3, it's more important than probably any other industry that I've ever worked in. Like the amount of information, people would consider me to be a pretty knowledgeable person in this space. The amount of things that I've learned from other people, just looking at the comments that they've shared, like little tidbits, like highly technical stuff that I was able to say, wow, like I was always curious, like why is it that like every developer or all these protocols want people to use Rust versus this protocol language? Well, some are more secure, some are quicker, some are used for this kind of micro trend. Like learning something very small from like a developer, and I'm not a developer, I'm not an engineer, but like that small point was just like, wow, okay, now I know that like when I'm working on this role or when the client gave us this role, that's why they're looking with someone that's like really strong in this, or that's why they need to have someone that's really strong with this. Like it's like, oh wow, okay, it makes sense for me. So now when I go to try to network with people, if I see that they have a strong profile and they've done Rust, they've done this, they've done TypeScript, they've done Node, they've done this, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is someone I have to have a conversation with, even if I don't even see their job title. I just know that this is someone that's going to be in hot demand. The only way I would have learned that is by learning from people in the community. So embrace these communities, learn from them, join these communities, and like just don't go in the community and do what everyone, like I know that 9 out of 10 people are going to go, they're going to go and join a Discord, and they're going to go in the community and they're going to say, I'm John, I'm looking for a job, can anyone help me? If you do that, you will find out the fastest way. In a lot of these communities, especially Discord, I learned the hard way. Do not go on there talking about like what's in it for me. Like you have to bring value. If you have to sit in that Discord room for a week and just listen to what people are saying and just say hi, or this is a really cool project, that's awesome. Do that for a week, because if you go in there and start with the quick hard ask, you're gonna get shunned. You're gonna get like, just don't do it, right? So that's something that I learned the hard way. Go into it more as someone like you're a guest. If you were a guest and you got an invite to a party from a really good friend, you wouldn't go in there and you wouldn't just go into the party and be like, hey, what's up? I need a girlfriend, or hey, I need a drink, or hey, like people like, dude, I don't know you. Who are you? Like, what are you doing here? Right? But like, be a fly on the wall, show some value. Maybe bring like some chips to the party. Maybe bring some sodas to the party. Maybe bring some beers to the party. Maybe actually like talk to the people that are at the party to see if you even like being at the party in the first place. So this is what you have to do when you're trying to like embrace these communities. So like go in there, trying with the mindset of wanting to learn and bring value to the community. And when you start to do that, people will start to see you as a valuable resource. Then you can start to say, hey, you know what? I want to volunteer, or I can do this, or these are the things that I've been doing. This is the stuff that I've learned. I want to bring value to this community. How can I help? Then they're going to start to like you a little bit more. Once you get that shot, you can prove yourself, then you can start opening it up to like, hey, you know what? I've seen that you guys posted this job. I see that you're connected with this person. Can you give me an introduction? I would love to, be involved with that job, or I would like to contribute a little bit more. I've learned a lot in these communities. What else can I do? So you always have to go into it thinking about what can I do for the other person versus what can they do for me? And that slight subtle mind shift is going to open up so many doors for you. I like, it's unbelievable. One of the best things that I heard, and I've actually been applying this personally, is that like with sales and stuff, right? A lot of salespeople, They try to chase a butterfly. For me, I said, you know what, wouldn't it be great if I could grow an amazing garden that has all the best smelling flowers that are there. It might take a little bit longer to build that, that garden, but once it's grown, I have all of the beautiful flowers. Butterflies start coming to me. And then they start telling bees about this really great garden, and then beetles, and then other things that I was looking for butterflies, and then all these other amazing things start coming to me that I wasn't even looking for, but I took the time to build something that is one valuable, that is one people that are going to respect, that people are going to get insights from. And I always go into that intentionally thinking about what can I do for other people versus what can they do for me. And karma and the universe sends it to me. So like, I know this might sound like hippity dippity doopity stuff. Like, okay, cool, great. It might sound that way, but it works. And you have to do it. You have to apply it, and you have to believe it's going to work, and you have to like not give up on it. One of the things that a lot of job seekers do is, quite frankly, I think, is they give up way too quick. Like they might be like, hey, I've been looking for a couple of months. Like I know that's it's a long time, but I've known people in the industry, they've been looking for a job for a year. And I'm not saying that that's going to be your particular scenario, but you have to be thinking about that there is no limit. There is no time. There's no like end goal. Like, okay, you applied to 1,000 jobs, you didn't get a job, apply to 2,000. You didn't get a job, apply to 3,000. You didn't get a job, apply to 4,000. You didn't get a job, apply to 5,000. You didn't get a job, apply to 6,000. There's not enough. There's never enough that you can be doing. You connected with 100 people last week, then do 101 the next week. The next week, do 102. Always get better. Always be building yourself up and never ever settle. And I think I mentioned this last week, but maybe someone I was having a conversation with. Think of your competition when you're searching for a job. Think of it as like it's your clone. Someone is a clone of you. They're exactly the same of you. They've gone to the same school. They've worked at the same companies. They've applied to the same number of jobs. They've done all these kind of things. What would you do to beat your clone? It's as simple as that. So if you're applying a certain kind of way and you're only using LinkedIn, your clone's not only linked, they're on X. So if they're on X and LinkedIn, what are you going to go? Are you going to be on Discord? Are you going to join a community right now after this conversation? It's up to you guys. Really, the ball's in your court, and you have the key.
I loved all of your analogies. You're really on fire today with the fishing. You're killing it. So David, Mr. Fred, any advice on getting a job after months of applying with no luck? I hope what Trevor just said gave you that good information. Guys, I'm not skipping your comments. I literally cannot see them. So if I haven't responded to one of your comments, please comment again. Like exactly what Raymond did. Sorry, you were about to discuss this earlier. Thought you skipped it. I did not. Connecting with people on LinkedIn with the aim of job searching. Does it have to be specific? Trevor mentioned earlier to connect with 100 to 200 people per week. What are the demographics of LinkedIn users to be targeted to achieve this aim? That is a great question. Very good question. Let me share my screen to show you. Hold on, I've got to close out of some stuff. Hold on, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to protect everybody's privacy. Hold on one second. Okay, here we are. So everybody, welcome to my LinkedIn. Here's what you want to do. Can you see it okay, Trevor? Did I not share it properly?
No, bring it up. Yep, there you go. Yep, boom.
Perfect.
And then bring his comment down too, Raymond's.
Oh, fair play. Thank you so much for the feedback. Yep.
No
okay, so let me actually exit out of our live as well. So what we want to do, guys, you literally just want to search the keyword crypto and press enter. Now you see these bubbles up here. Everybody see these bubbles? Yes, no, yes. So you always want to click on the bubble people, never on this page. This does absolutely nothing for you. You're looking for this people. Now, it is always easiest to connect with people that are in the same area as you. So let's see. Oh, it's working. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Chicago. There are, okay, it won't show me. So I have a subscription on LinkedIn. It's a very expensive subscription on the back end. But usually in the top left corner, there'll be a number. There's 94 pages, so we're probably at what's 94 9,000 people. So basically, literally what I do, I press the connect button down the list. Like, it's literally as simple as that. Figure out who you want to hire or who you want to speak with, send the connection, right? Now, not everybody is going to have crypto experience on this search. And you know what's interesting? You can only click through 1,000 profiles, which is like, drives me nuts because like I have clicked that button 1,000 times to look at 1,000 profiles when I had like 3,000 people in the search results, and it literally cuts you off at 1,000. Very frustrating, but that's here nor there. So that's how you
too. Like you were saying, Em, like some other people, and I think that we touched on this earlier. Try to find people that are decision makers in a company. So like, what's a decision maker? So a decision maker could be a project manager, depending on the organization. It could be a chief marketing officer. It could be the chief technology officer. It could be the head of talent acquisition. It could be the team lead if it was a very technical thing, like the head of engineering, right? So like all these decision makers, like try to find people as well too that are thought leaders, people that are often commenting and putting out useful content, things that like make you stop. And we get inundated with just tons of information, like overwhelming amounts of information. But it's really good, and it's really paramount for you to be successful in this industry, to be able to know that there are thousands of trees in the forest, but to be able to specifically point out that one's a pine tree and one's a poplar and one's an oak tree. Like, you have to be able to understand a lot and take a lot of it, and be, when you're getting into it, like a bit of a generalist, and learn a little bit about a lot of different things. But when you start to kind of find something that resonates with you, that's like, I can't stop thinking about that, or wow, like that use case is maybe applies to me or my friends, or wow, I tried this app and I really like that, and for whatever reason I like this ecosystem, then kind of run with that, right? Like, go into that, and then start to become a subject matter expert. And then while you're becoming the subject matter expert, still pay attention to all of the ancillary things that are going on around you, because that's important. All within crypto, a lot of these different things, they have to complement and sometimes supplement each other. But it's really, really important for you to become somewhat knowledgeable in one particular area than trying to chase every single like narrative or whatever hot topic is in the space, because like it's way too overwhelming to do that to you guys. Like, so like, try to stay in your lane, find something that's cool, something that like makes sense to you, which is the least amount of resistance as possible. We're all humans, right? We want to do this like with the least amount of resistance as possible. So if you are someone that's technical, if you were coding back in the day, or like you took an HTML course in college and you think that's cool, then like maybe you might be interested in UI UX, or you might be interested in something basic on the front end side. There's opportunities for you to take that and to apply the things that you've done before, right? If you sold in some other organizations, some other in other industries, we've had people that are like, oh, I worked in biotech and pharma before, like how can I get into crypto? Well, that's a very highly regulated industry. I know because I worked there before. Well, we work in a highly regulated industry if you're going to try to get into like DeFi or TradFi that's trying to convert into DeFi. So like, think about those guys. So one other tip too, I've been using this is, and I said this to someone the other day, like AI can make people that, I'm not going to say stupid, but like AI can make people that aren't knowledgeable seem to be like, knowledgeable about something. It can make smart people a genius. It can make a genius a god. And if you're at god level right now with whatever you're doing, if you're using AI the right way, it can make you the gods of all gods, right? Like literally you're sitting at top of Mount Olympus. So, when you're trying to use AI, don't think of it as like a robot, or don't think of it as like a program. Like, think of it as like your personal assistant. Think of it as someone's there to help me. So, I ask AI questions about like highly technical code, and I'm going to give you guys some alpha because you know what? Why not? I don't gatekeep. So I was looking into a project's called Stronghold. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. Project is called Stronghold. I've been following them for quite some time, and I know that like all of a sudden, like the marketing was it started to come out the woodwork. Like they've been doing things under wraps for years, and then all of a sudden, marketing just like they're everywhere. I'm just like, oh wow, something's going on. Like when companies start to like make their intentions known, and like people that are really private start to talk all of a sudden, like I'm like, you know what? They're on fire. Like everything that they're trying to achieve, it has to be done. Now they're public. So then I start to look into it a little bit later. I've obviously read their white paper. I've been following their roadmap. I know what they got going on. I then went into their GitHub. Then I looked into the repositories. So every company has a GitHub, especially these technical protocols, right? So I looked in their GitHub. I literally took some of their code. I was just like, I kind of know what's going on, but I don't really know what's going on. I took the code, copied it and pasted it, put it into ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT, can you explain to me? I understand that this company does XYZ. I understand that this is what they're doing from their roadmap. Can you help me understand this code into what they are trying to achieve with this code? I was shocked at what they came back, and it showed me that they were trying to increase like their network capacity, and they were trying to do this. And I was just like, wow, well, that was super in line with their roadmap and what I know that they're trying to do. They didn't say it explicitly that they're trying to do this, but I was able to learn something different from the code that's not public. No one else knows this information. So now all of you know this information. I want to see how many people are going to actually use this. How many people are going to actually go back and watch the video, because this is going to be recorded. How many people are going to go back and actually watch these old videos and actually apply it? So we're literally giving you the roadmap. It's up to you guys if you want to use it or not.
I get so many people that come to me and they're like, Emily, help me with my resume. And then I'll help them with their resume. And then 2 weeks later, Emily, help me with my resume. And I'm like, I literally just did. Oh my God. So anyway,
you know what I love? I love having conversations with people just like we're doing now, like hours of conversations, and then they get a job and they don't want to talk to me.
Oh my God, there's nothing worse. Support. And then it's like, who are you again? Okay.
But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's human nature.
We've got to wrap up here in a second. Markello, yeah, they'll be reaching out directly. I don't really have much to do with it. I feel really passionate about this project. We're not getting compensated for it, so I'm not following the full process. But yeah, just happy to help where I can. So there's one thing that I want to show you guys. That's like semi super secret, but like we're getting there. So in about 3 weeks, okay, let me take a step back. So, story of my life. So all these Web 2 companies are starting to get into crypto and Web 3, right? We've been reaching out to these Web 2 companies being like, hey, we can help you bridge into Web 3. They're like, Emily, F off, like you're crypto, we're tech. I'm like, okay, fair. So I am very excited to show you guys that in about 3 weeks, we will be launching the tech recruiters. So our goal here, super exciting. Our goal here is to help these Web 2 companies move into Web 3. We are not leaving Web 3. We are not passionate about Web 3. We just want to help these companies bridge, and they don't know that they're ready for crypto. So we're going to bring that to their attention. Wanted to say thank you for everybody that has came to our live event. Sylvain, so glad that you came. I'm glad this brought value to you.
Before we bounce off, bring up that YouTube channel again. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Hold on.
We got how many people in here? We should have 100, whatever. How many ever new people are in here? If you already aren't subbed, you need to sub.
Hold on. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Little YouTube action there. Wow. And we've even got some very embarrassed. Oh, look, this got 1,000 views. Interesting. I love my face in these videos. Like, it is just so unhinged. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, whatever makes you guys laugh. Totally fine.
It's all good. We need to do it for the algo. That's the algorithm. The algorithm loves these crazy faces. Like,
gotta love it. No shame. No shame. I mean, we're not here to be beauty influencers. We're here to help you find jobs. Like, whatever. All right, guys. Wonderful to see you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Oh, don't forget on the 29th, we're doing a event with our sponsors, ErgoQuest. So be sure to show up on the 29th. And Trevor, do you have just chilling coming up? What's going on there?
Nope, no, just chilling. Got some other personal stuff, but we got some super dope guests coming up. I'm not gonna spill the beans here, but yeah, we got some really exciting guests coming on. It's just getting bigger and better, folks. So check that out. We just gave you the link to our YouTube channel. I don't have all of the 84 episodes uploaded there, but there are a lot of them there. Just recently posted the most recent episode. Had a conversation with Alex Bote. I don't want to butcher her last name, but she is from Hack VC, and she's absolutely incredible, amazing, super knowledgeable. Hack VC is one of the premier venture capitalist firms in all of crypto. So that's definitely someone that you can learn from and definitely want to connect with. And that full episode is up on the YouTube. So check that out, folks. And I'm going to be definitely more present on X as well too. It's a different audience, it's a different vibe, but I'm definitely going to challenge myself because I challenge each one of you. So I challenge myself, and I'm definitely going to be putting more content on there as well too. But yeah, folks, we're here. We're always bringing the fire. So come in, stay hot with us.
All right, guys, take care. We got to go jump on some calls. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all.